It's your boy Mr. Box Office from Mr. Box Office TV, back with another video. In my video today, I want to ask a question to everybody in the Tottenham fan base who watched this video, and anybody that's not a Tottenham fan, rivals. I want to ask the question of this: do you have the patience to go through another build? The reason why I say this is because someone said this a couple of years ago when we were under Conte. And we keep on saying that we're in a rebuild. But the reason why I asked that, saying, have you got the patience for another build? Because we're still in our build from 2008. The reason why I say that is because that was the last time we won a trophy under one Ramos. And in my opinion, I'm sitting there thinking, since that time, we've had Harry Redknapp, we've had Tim Sherwood, we've had Villas-Boas, we've had Richard Pochettino, we've had Mourinho, we've had Conte, we have Nuno, and now we've come to ANGE Postecoglou. Even add to that Ryan Mason as well, as interim. So my issue at the moment is that, do you Tottenham fans have the patience, even though it's been so long since we've had that trophy and it's still in the build, to give number 200th youngster, Archie Gray, a chance? To give Mikey Moore, the 2020, whatever, how much youngster, a chance? Have you got the patience to wait another 5 years to see whether this project works? That was another build from another build that we had before. Because I've made my stance quite clear. I haven't got any patience anymore. If we're going to start overhyping these youngsters that we've got, like the Mikey Moores, the Bergvals, the Archie Grays, I want to see it now, then. Because the reason why I say that is, I tell you as well that I'm not the only one that is not patient right now. Can you ask that to Romero? Is he going to be patient for the next 5 years? And the answer is no, because he's only already won his Copa America for the second time. And also won the World Cup as well. So when you've had that taste of trophies, are you really willing to wait for another 2 years or 3 years, 4 years to get for this project to fruition? No, you're not. Then you've got your Van der Vens, because we've got the Van der Vens, we've got our Vicarios, we've got our Dojis, we've got our Poros, who actually look good, who've scored a very good goal yesterday in Japan. Are they going to have time to wait? Yeah, they could have a contract there where they're still under contract, but if you're kind of waning, your efforts kind of waning, does really the contract really make it mean anything? Does it really mean anything? No. And another thing as well I need to ask as well, because people call me negative and call me the ratings killer, they'll call me, oh, you just want an argument. You just want to argue, Mr. Box Office. You just want to cause a stir, don't you? No, I just ask a question. Because I always ask a question because there's always a question mark on the club that can't be trusted. Because we were promised, like we said before, that since the stadium was open, this was going to lead to us going for bigger players and going for bigger ambition. But since then, we've not really done anything since then. So it's like really the broken promises can only be broken so many times that you can only just listen too much. And what my question is as well, when we're overhyping our youngsters, like Archie Gray, Burval, what happens if they don't win? What happens if they go through another couple of years and not win? Are they going to be motivated to stick with the club while they're seeing their other mates winning trophies after trophies after trophies after trophies after trophies at Man United's, the Man Cities, the Arsenals, the Chelseas, the Liverpools, or possibly Barcelona, Real Madrid? Are you thinking that they're going to actually hang about? Because I asked Carl Walker that, because Carl Walker didn't want to hang about. Danny Rose didn't want to hang about. He was one of our youngsters. Alderweireld didn't want to hang about. Harry Kane didn't want to hang about. When you're on hot form and your team's not doing really well, do you think these youngsters are going to hang about? It's either they're not good enough and not good enough and they'll get sold off. But the problem with Tottenham is that we cling on to them to try and see whether we can get anything out of them. Arch Troy Parrott. But we don't learn. We don't learn at all. So the point I'm making is, have they got the patience? Do they see the vision? Do they get the goal? But how can you have a goal and an expectation when you've not really gone through the process to that ultimate goal? Because like I said before from the beginning of the video, we are still on our build. Not our rebuild, our build. So what are they rebuilding from? Hopes? Dreams? I don't know. What is the vision? Where do we get this rebuild from? Because in 2008, that was where Robbie Keane was there. Berbatov was there. Jamie O'Hara was there. Where is he now? TalkSport. Good presenter though, not a good player. But the point I'm making is, we had Ledley King in defence. I mean, that sums it all up. So, we're rebuilding from a Carabao Cup that we're saying that we don't really need anymore, Tottenham fans saying. But my question is, how is this? Are you happy to have that patience to wait around for another build where you don't know whether Postecoglou is going to last, because I don't think it will last next season? So do you have that patience? When I just wanted to remind you, we did well under Conte. We got to Champions League. The next season after that, it was really the season where we had to kick on. What do? We get Richarlison in, Perisic in, and that's really it. We didn't really get anybody else to move up that level. What happened? We flopped. And Conte walked, which I predicted. There's going to be a time frame where Tottenham Hotspur, unfortunately, the project will have to start showing some results. And unfortunately, when you've gone through so many builds and not achieved anything, there's not really anything to really go on. And you can say that the manager that we've got has won, but we've already had winners already, like Mourinho and Conte. And even if you can go back to that, Ramos was a winner. even though I didn't like him, Ramos was a winner. And we still sacked him after the Carabao Cup, after the following season, after we won the Carabao Cup. So there's no really blueprint at Tottenham to say that this is the future. This is the way we're going to move forward. Because there's no evidence of it. And as we've seen before, as Savas pointed out perfectly clear on his channel, Football Heritage TV, he's showing all those youngsters that we had before that have gone through the Tottenham Academy. And only a few of them have been successful at Tottenham. Harry Kane, one of them. Lily King. But you can only count of them, some of them by your hand. And most of them are either retired or gone down a level. It's fascinating. But then people tell me that I need to believe. And unfortunately, I can't believe. I need to see it. And it's easy to say it when we're in pre-season playing in Japan. It's easy to say it. But at the moment, I can't see it. I cannot see it. The overhype for our players has been ridiculous. As I said before, if you're going to overhype players like Archie Gray, Mikey Moore, Devine, Burval, I want to see it now. Because then you're putting pressure on them and then saying, oh, we need to give them time. Well, don't overhype them then. Because as a result, you're telling me to be patient with these youngsters. Well, if they make mistakes and you're telling me that they're very good, I ain't got no patience for them. It's a ruthless game. Ruthless game. One, you're top of the world. And then next thing, you're down below. It's ruthless. For a team that not achieved since 2008, even just a Carabao Cup, when you've seen Leicester City winning Premier League and FA Cup since then, I can't be patient. And I certainly can't be patient when I look at that squad and I'm not excited. I see things today, saw things yesterday from the highlights. And yes, we passed the ball really well. But I don't see anybody that wants to take on their man. I saw Son trying to take on his man. He failed most of the time. He's getting older. But he's got credit in the bank for what he's done before. I see Johnson struggling. I see Kulusevski doing what Kulusevski does. Nothing. Holds up the ball well. Yeah, cool. But I'm not excited by him. I see defence that looks all over the place. And yeah, we pass the ball well. I see what Postecoglou's trying to do. But again, I don't see the quality of a star saying, you know what, I want to take on my man. Take on my man. Because all they'll do when we get to the Premier League, defensive line, and you say, try and break that. You need quality in the forward line. And if you want to control the midfield, you obviously need a midfield general. That's experience. Don't rely on someone who's just had a season in a championship. It's just one of those things that I don't understand. Because like I said before, why are we doing this where we are getting so excited about how much time that we've been building for? We've been so waiting for this moment. And all of a sudden now, our moments come because we brought in youngsters. And yeah, I said we needed to use youngsters last season, but that was a time when you had no expectations last season. This season is now about expectations. Now the pressure's on Ange because he talks a lot. He talks a big game about winning the league. Well, now, mate, it's now time to start proving it now. Because it's not going to be on our judgment. It's going to be on your board's judgment, on Scott Munn's judgment, on Johan Lang's judgment. And that you see before the history. Tottenham Hotspur board directors haven't got patience. And until they show patience themselves, the fans will have patience. And that's it. Because at the moment, you cannot tell me they're going to have patience for this. You can sell it how much you want, but at the end of the day, they're all about money and profit. They've shown that when Mourinho was in and they sacked him off before the cup final. They've shown that when they sacked off Pochettino and got in Mourinho. They've shown that when they didn't had Antonio Conte getting them into Champions League, and when Conte wanted the players to moving on to the next level, he never got the players. And even when Poch was challenged for the league twice, he never got the players he needed. And in that was the time frame. Even when you can talk about Harry Redknapp, when Harry Redknapp asked for those players that he wanted, he got Nelson and Saha. They're going up competing for the title. It's quite simple. But again, going back to the question I asked at the beginning of the video, after everything I've just said now, do you still have the patience for another build? Leave it in the comments and keep liking and subscribing, because you'll get some unique videos in the next week or so, and that's it, in different surroundings, and that's it. So keep watch, keep listening. As always, if you didn't know, get to know. Support your boy, Mr. Box Office. Subscribe and like. And come on, you Spurs. And I'm out.